What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to my very first FIFA 18 official squad builder. Today we're going to start off with one I like to start every year off with, and that is the 25k squad builder. This is simple enough in that it's cheap. Almost anyone can get 25k. If you can't put 25k together, watch the video I uploaded earlier on today and that should be enough to help you find yourself 25k. Really shouldn't be too tricky for you to do that. There is a few different ways you can do it. That's a good way for you to start, but this is a squad almost anyone can get. If you don't have 25k, you really are struggling on FIFA and there's something going quite wrong. Now, this team is kind of, in my opinion, it's got a little bit of everything. Now, honestly, my favourite formation on the game so far has been 4-3-2-1. I feel like it suits the system, but this year, wingers are also just very useful regardless. So in my opinion, try and get a formation with wingers when you're putting your squad together. I went for this formation because it's a little bit easier for hybrids, meaning you can get better players in from different leagues without having to spend too much in different areas. If you go just for one league and you want a really strong squad, you do end up spending more than if you hybrid it. That's what I've kind of found so far. You may have a different experience, but hopefully it's sort of similar for you guys. So before we do actually start off, I am going to say, if you guys are enjoying my FIFA 18 content so far, don't forget to smash that like button. And if it's your first time watching my channel, firstly, go check out some of my other videos and see what you think. Secondly, hit that sub button. We're around 250k at the moment. I want to fly through it this month and see how high we can get with the launch of FIFA 18. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if it is your first time watching. So without any further ado, we're going to start off with our first player, and that is going to be Jan Sommer. This guy is a very decent goalie. All the cheap Bundesliga, all the high-rated Bundesliga goalies, rather, seem to be quite cheap. You got Sommer, you got Berkey, both the Swiss guys. They seem to be really affordable and got really good stats. Sommer here, everything's over 80, other than his speed. In general, the goalies this year don't feel very good. So I don't feel like there's that big of a difference between, say, going for an 83 and going for like a 90-rated Neuer. I don't think there's that much difference in that, personally. So the goalie is a pretty easy one for you to decide. You can go for someone lower rated until they probably fix the goalies a little bit more. With our right back, we're going to go for Oscar De Marcos. Now, I personally always find this guy to be a beast every single year on the game. 86 pace, 73 passing, 78 dribbling. He's great for getting up and down the wing, but he also has 79 physical, which does help a ton. Both really good stats in his pace and his physical. They're both fantastic, and just he's really sick on every single FIFA. He's always quite cheap. In this case, he's going to be perfect for your side. Now, we're going to mix it up with a little bit of hybrid sort of situation at the back here. We're going to mix the Bundesliga with the Spanish with Bartra. He seems to be absolutely amazing this year. 77 pace, decent physical, but he's also got good technical stats. His passing and dribbling at 70 and 74 is not bad at all, and 82 defending is brilliant. He's pretty affordable on the game at 1,900. Bear in mind, guys, these prices are going to fluctuate up and down throughout the course of the week as the game launches in different versions of the launch, all that sort of stuff. Prices will fluctuate a ton, but this guy is perfect. He's a really good centre-back, and he will be brilliant in any team that you guys put together. Next up, we're going to go out with this guy. I have no idea how you say his name. I once used him in a Road to Glory and I called him Gooey Louie. Sure, that is not his name. That's what we're going to go for in this case, though. He's another just really solid player. 6'2". His work rates aren't the best. I'm not going to tell you they are the best. This is probably one of the positions that, if you could, I would change him if you had the coins. Now, you're going to see in a second he does need to be Dutch. I'm going to see what potential options you could use. Actually, I don't think there is many options, because not only does he have to be Dutch, he also has to play in the Bundesliga. And I don't think there is actually any, there's not any other Dutch. Is there any other Dutch? No, I mean, you're not going to use Bruma. He's pretty much your only choice. You could change the side up slightly. I'm sure if you were to go for, say, go for Berkey rather than Sommer, you would have that strong link to Bartra, and then you might be able to go for someone that links up with someone else in the side. Virgil van Dijk, you could make this work. You could, it would be complicated, but you could make that work. We'll move on from him anyway and stop overcomplicating this. I'm going to show you guys the left back, who is of course the other Dutch player, and that is Terence Congolo. I was impressed at how good this guy actually is. I didn't think he would be that amazing, because I think he used to be a centre back, but his work rate and having a bit of pace actually made him a pretty solid left back. Now, he stays back a lot. He's really defensive. He is just what you need if you feel like that left-hand side is already attacking enough. He is going to stay back and do your work. You've got DeMarcos bombing up and down that right-hand side. Congolo's going to kind of come back in and field like a free at the back whenever DeMarcos comes up. And it works really well. I really liked his player. I actually thought he was much better than what I expected him to be. Now this is kind of all pulled together with my left central midfielder, and that is Leroy Fer. The guy is so good. For a non-rare, he is fantastic. It's 2,400 when I bought him. I'm not sure if he's gone up or down. All of his stats are over 70, which is... you can't ask for much more in the first couple of weeks of FIFA. Every stat is decent. He's got 4-star weak foot. The only thing that could be a little bit better would be his work rates. That's all I'd change. But other than that, the guy really is absolutely decent on this game. Now on the right hand side we have someone that's actually traditionally a defensive midfielder. He's a non-rare again, but he has some amazing stats. That's Rocky Mesa. Now this guy, he does have one stat below 70. In fact, other than the shooting, his lowest stat 73, which is really not bad. High work rate, so he's going to make up for the running that Leroy Fer doesn't have. This guy is going to be up and down that pitch, and with that 77 pace, 77 dribbling, 80 physical, he's going to literally be a menace with a ball, always running around. He even chipped in with a goal for me, and he also helps link in a lot of cool players into this squad. If you have a little bit more coins, maybe purchase Ander Herrera in this sort of spot. There are a few different positions you can change. You can change DeMarcos, you can change a few guys if you don't really like them. But that is one, if you don't like Mesa and you have more coins, maybe go for Herrera. But if you don't, he is absolutely bang on. Now, we're going to look at a central midfielder here, and in this case all you need is a Spanish player from the Premier League. So obviously you could go for Herrera, as we mentioned, you could go for Fabregas. I personally, if you had unlimited coins, would probably think about going for David Silva because he looks absolutely fantastic. Mata's an option too. I packed Santi Cazorla and wanted to try him out, and I'm interested in the fact that actually his stats compared to Silva's, we're going to do the swap player thing here so we can actually see them side by side. They're actually not too dissimilar. David Silva, he has only 2 better passing, 2 better dribbling, 3 better pace, and then lower physical, way lower defending, and way lower shooting. So he's actually quite a close player. But Cazorla, but on top of that, Cazorla has fantastic work rates for an attacking-minded player. 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. I was really impressed with him. 2 goals, 3 assists. He was really pulling the string in the middle, and for the price he is, I was actually surprised. I'm not going to lie, he really impressed me. He was much better than I thought he would be. I was gutted because I thought they basically killed Santi Cazorla with the downgrade, but honestly, he was way better than I thought he would be. And yeah, I was worried with his downgrade, but really not a lot to worry about at all. Now we're going to go on to the right hand side, and this is one of the best players every single year. It's Iñaki Williams. Now, for me, he got 5 goals, 3 assists on the right wing. You can't ask for much more. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, high work rates. The guy runs around a lot. But he's got, this is what I need to show you. I completely forgot about this section. 84 strength, 92 acceleration, 93 sprint speed. That is amazing, but he's also a good finisher. His crossing's good. Don't worry about his curve. His balance, I mean, could be better. Defending, don't worry about them. Every stat you're wanting is fantastic. His finishing's good. His acceleration, sprint speed, strength, jumping, stamina, it's brilliant. This guy is so good, and he's always chipping up with goals. And I'm going to show you something when we're going through the gameplay as well that makes him even better in my eyes. Now, there's one more player on the wings that I kind of wanted to build the squad a little bit around. I kind of had these two in mind and then built the team backwards, but I think we've come up with a good rest of the squad to go around them. Now, this one was Memphis Depay. He did disappoint me a little bit, but I think it was because I was using him wrong. For Depay, you need to cut inside on his right foot, and every time I did, you saw I scored 2 goals. They were all scored from cutting inside. You'll see it in the videos in a minute with all the highlights. That isn't from me like crossing it over to him. It's him cutting inside. He's fantastic at that. If you make a good use of it, he's brilliant, because again, this guy has got 90 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, but 82 strength. We've got really strong, quick wingers here, and it does make a difference. But instead, I wasn't making the best use out of his specialities, and I was kind of focusing on Iñaki Williams more, and then the guy that we have in the middle, which is Rodrigo. Now, this guy had a massive upgrade this year. 91 pace, 75 shooting, 70 passing, 78 dribbling. A really good player. He's got 4-star skills. He's really exciting talent up top, and I think we're going to be seeing him used as like one of the main bargain gems throughout this year. Contributes a lot. He's a really good player. But we're going to move on from this for a little bit now, and we're going to look at the actual gameplay that I got with this side. So, as it's going on in the background, I think it'll be quite interesting to note a couple of things. So, firstly, one of the more important things is you're going to see how often I use this diagonal LB and Y pass. Now, it seems to be so overpowered this year to get the ball with one of your midfielders and play a lofted through ball through the middle to one of your wingers. It's insane. It reaches them every time. The defenders can't deal with it. Try it out next time you're playing. get fast wingers, some strong wingers, and then just keep feeding these balls over. You'll see it for a couple of the goals. It happened a lot where I didn't then go on and finish it too, but it's crazy, especially Inaki Williams. He was the best at getting on the end of it. If you compare him to someone like, if you come from someone like Santi Cazorla and he's looking cross field and he plays it over the top, it always beats the defender. The defender never deals with it, and it's just so effective. It was really bizarre how good it was. So that's one thing I'd recommend. Try out with this team a lot. You've got to use the skills. You've got 3 4-star skillers in that front line. You've got some good weak foots. Go for long shots. Try and cut inside. Run with the ball. There's strength, there's pace, there's power. That's exactly what this team is full of. It's pace and power. Make use of it with this squad. You don't have to do too many passes really. It's quite... Obviously this year is quite pass heavy, but also if you use your strong players to be beating men and use your skills. Skills are amazing this year because there's a proper element of momentum in the defender. So if a defender's running this way, he can't just go like that, like you used to be able to. If he goes like that, he has to go like this and then slowly, like actually, if you're running full speed, you can't just instantly turn around. So that's amazing now with skills. If a defender's running across to intercept you and you just Ronaldo chop that way, you're just going to go straight past him. So I feel like I'm waffling on with what's good with this squad. I hope you guys have enjoyed the gameplay in the background. If you guys have enjoyed this squad builder, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if it's your first time watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.